Aloha tribe, aloha, it is PinkBella. Welcome everyone, I hope everyone is well. This is a little live Instagram. I have some messages that have come through for Twin Flames, Starseeds, Lightworkers, and a little bit more information about what's happening this week to prepare us for the Equinox. Bear with me. If any of you follow me on well, you do because you're here. Thank you everyone for coming. You know that my voice was taken away on the weekend and it is back, but I'm just going to have a short live today. I actually received 2 pages of information yesterday. I'm only going to go through the first page and show you some cards. I do plan to do a full reading on Facebook Live this week. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll let you know. It just depends. I'm starting back sessions back up tomorrow, and I just want to make sure that my energy is okay. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So I am PinkBella from PinkBella Aloha Therapy. I wear many hats to help many souls around the world. I am a twin flame. I am a starseed. I am a light worker. I've been on my ascension and awakening journey pretty well since I arrived on the planet. I actually do recall having star seed moments when I was a child. And I was already communicating with animals as a child too. But of course, like many of us, I got shut down. But I do work with twin flames, with star seeds, one-on-one sessions. And I do work with light workers as well. Anyone who is interested in the 12 chakra system, anyone who's interested in having an energy balance, messages about your twin flame journey, about you being a star seed, I connect with your star family and bring in information that way. I also recently created a couple of new offerings with the dragon and the unicorn energy, which is very high vibrational. That's very galactic as well. It's very beautiful. 7th and 9th dimensional energies. And so I work with divine feminines, divine masculines all over the world, and I'm so grateful, so gratitude. So thank you all for being so patient. I probably am not going to, I shouldn't say this, update as often as I have been doing heading to the equinox, because this is a really huge gateway. I have to share with you that for those of you maybe who've just awoken in the last few years, last few months, this last year, and many of you kicked into gear around the solar eclipse in August last year. That was a huge time shift. And it's starting to be shown to me more and more how every time we go through one of the major portals, either an eclipse or an equinox or a solstice, that it's another major time division, a choice for all souls to choose timelines and realities. And the equinox is no exception, okay? I also will be talking about, everyone's sharing about the event that's coming. So I asked some information about that. I'll bring that in as well. I just connect with high vibrational teams of light, including angels, archangels, ascended masters, star family. I work with, the galactic teams as well. And my higher self aspect as well. And I only, and source, of course, and I only ask for the highest vibrational messages. I don't delve into the lower vibrational areas, arenas. Some souls, their role is to talk about the 4th dimension. That's not my role. My role is 5th dimension and higher. And as twins, we are bringing in our ascended aspects, our higher self into our physical body. That is at least the 5th dimension or higher. Our higher self is not lingering in the 4th dimension anymore. It shouldn't be anyway. So before I even start, I did have a soul who messaged me who was having a lot of nightmares and a lot of uncomfortable situations in dreams. And what I shared with her was I felt, and what came through was that she was in the 4th dimension in her dream time. And that's where a lot of beings who are transitioning, beings who are sort of stuck might be as well. So if you feel, always ask before you go to sleep to go to the 5th dimension or higher, okay? You do not have to dabble in the 4th dimension unless that's your choice. So I just wanted to share that all with you as well, because there is conflicting information about the 5th, 4th, 3rd. For many of us, including myself, I have been purposely, intentionally ascending and working with my higher self since 2014. Looking back on it, it actually started long before that. It started in 2007. After my mom transitioned and I had an activation in Manhattan, New York. And a couple of months later, that's when it really started. But I was being prepared for my twin connection which, like many of you, didn't know what a twin flame was. I connected with my twin in Greece in 2010. And I actually am in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. That's where my grid point is. Yes, I'm a Blu-ray. I wear the Illumin Blu-ray hat, but I work with all rays. And I'm going to share with you as well today some of the rays that we're working with this week. Last week I shared about the pink diamond rays, which are so beautiful, and we're still experiencing those. But I know specifically you as divine feminines, you're integrating some different light codes and different colors this week as well, as are the masculines. So everyone knows when I show this card that this is huge activation time. This week is no different. We're going to be accelerating each and every day as we get close to the gateway, which is on the 20th. We have a new moon before that in Libra, I believe. I'll check, because I know that we have another full moon at the end of the month as well, which is a blue moon. So we have a lot going on. Jupiter. See, I'm still speaking. Jupiter's already in retrograde, and Mercury, we're in that pre-Mercury retrograde period. Mercury officially goes retrograde on the 22nd of March, okay? So I hope everyone's well today. Thank you, everyone who's joining. What should I share about first? Let me just think about this. So when we are preparing for these gateways, everyone's at a different frequency and a different level of their journey, a different part of their ascension and awakening. This means for you as twin flames, this also means your twin as well. For many twins, when you first meet and connect, you both activate each other, but that doesn't necessarily mean that both of you are awake or aware or conscious at the same level. Basically what it does is it creates an opportunity for both of you to grow and become everything that you came to be. And oftentimes one twin will be more awake than the other. And the clearest, simplest way to share about the twin flame journey is both twins have to do their own thing. They have to go within and awaken in their own way. There's a lot of family clearing with twins, a lot of clearing of bloodlines, of AKASHIC records. There's a lot of stuff that twins incarnated into very deep family bloodlines. And as twins, we came to clear this grid work and clear the AKASHIC records. It came to my attention sort of in December this past year how much work as twins we're actually doing. So yes, twins are coming together. They're coming together in waves, little waves here and there. But it's going to be slow, and it has to be that way as the earth is preparing for all the twins to come together, because when twins come together, you would create a third magnificent energy and light force that's so freaking powerful, it's seen from outer space. So earth has to be prepared for that. The world has to be prepared for that. And both twins have to be able to hold that frequency 24/7. And in the meantime, a lot of beings are here, including the angels and the star families. Some of us already see them because they're a high frequency and they're high energy. They're already here actually clearing out the lower vibrational energies and beings. That is also preparing for twins to come together. So just know that, and that's one of the cards that came forward for you as feminine, everything is unfolding as divine orchestration. You're very welcome, Jen. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you all, too. So I haven't had, to put this in context, I haven't had my voice taken away since November 2016 through the 1111 gateway. I've had experiences through all of the main processes, like the equinox and the solstice, like the June solstice. I got taken out and I was not able to move. I had to stay in bed. My back went out for 48 hours, and all of a sudden all these Starseed videos came up in my YouTube feed, and that's when I was given the information, you need to start talking about Starseeds. And I was like, no, I'm good. I like talking about twin flames. I'm good. So because Starseed is an activation word. Twin flame is an activation word. Ascension, 1111. These are all activation codes that we remember. So I can't get over how amazing all of you are, because those of you who have booked sessions and readings, many of you know, like, that word Starseed has activated you more than even being a twin flame, which is so beautiful, okay? So for some of us, we're all of this. And I didn't know I was going to be doing this kind of work, but I'm so in gratitude for all of this, okay? And I'm grateful for all of you. I will upload this video on Facebook later. I won't have time to do a Facebook Live today, but I promise I will do one this week, hopefully tomorrow, all right? And then I'll get more into the reading. Okay, so I had I already posted a little video of the sun yesterday. I had a bit more energy yesterday, and I was guided to go out and spend some time out in nature in one of my favorite places. I couldn't even see the sun when I was taking the video of it, but there's like 5 beams coming through it and all these different colors. Check it out if you haven't. That's what we're experiencing when we go outside. So if you can, spend a little bit of time out in the sun, or if it's too cold, you know, even by the window, and receive the gifts that we're receiving from the sun. That's where we're receiving a lot of our activations right now, is through the sun, the great central sun. That's where the codes, so when we have solar flares, that also activates a lot of our codes within and brings a lot of energy in. Sometimes not pleasantly, but that's what happens. Maybe what I'll do before I get even into the colors is talk to you a little bit about, everyone's talking about this event that might be happening this month, and I don't want any of you to be in fear about this, okay? A lot of us have been at this game a long time. I've gone through so many gateways, portals, events since 2010, and a lot of it has not, especially the fear ones, if there's anything fear-based out there, none of that has come to fruition because we choose a high timeline. A lot of you chose a high timeline during the solar eclipse in August. Even if you weren't conscious of it, you're here to share your gifts and be the highest version you can be. And we do choose timelines every single day. So just, if there's any fear around this event, clear that away and really work on breathing and meditation. Every day is a new day. Yes, are we receiving more light codes every day? Absolutely. Is this month a game changer? Absolutely. And I've been sharing that since the beginning of the month. But and already so much of my life has changed dramatically. So I know for some of you that maybe you have been going through a lot as well. And it's only the 12th of March today, right? Yes. Okay. So officially the gateway's on the 20th, but the gateway does stay open at least a week beyond that. So you're not missing anything. If you're busy, you're working on that day, it's okay. Everything is gradual. All right. So we are receiving more and more light codes, DNA activations. So the event, what came through yesterday is just a new wave, a new accelerated wave of cosmic light codes. That this has been ongoing for many of us since 2012. Prior to that, I was already receiving codes even before that, like I was sharing. The main point where a lot of souls on the planet started writing and channeling in information and bringing in information was the harmonic convergence in 1987. So this isn't anything new, but it is getting more intense because more of us on the planet are awake, our consciousness is expanding, more people are sharing and writing and activating each other. So that is what's happening. I do believe the cosmic wave of energy is connected to the Equinox gateway. Of course it is. So, is there going to be some big boom? No, it's going to be gradual. It's going to be based on your own personal journey. But we are absolutely receiving new codes. What came through today was twin flames. You're receiving your own specific codes, whether you're with your twin or not. Many of you are now being prepared to be balanced and be brought into reunion. Reunion first within, of divine feminine and masculine, of ego and heart, and then the twin as well, and then you're reconnected, okay? Starseeds, you're receiving starseed codes, and those as well are going to be for you to be able to help to remember where you came from, your gifts, what your mission is, who are your star families. And then, of course, all souls are receiving all codes to activate new levels of our chakras, which activates the DNA. So that's another message that came through. The 12 chakras are absolutely connected to the 12 strands of DNA. And as we make new choices, have our heart open, share, bring our gifts through, more of our chakras can open, and then more of our DNA can be activated. That brings online our intuitive gifts, okay? So the main colors that I saw yesterday were unbelievable. The colors are really neon and electric now. So I've been writing about this anyway, and I do have some sessions as well that relate to this. But the magenta color, I've been sharing about this for a long time. Magenta is a very high frequency. Some of us have been working with magenta all our whole life. Like, it's been a color that's always been a frequency for me. But it is related to the soul star, and it has being very much activated or brought in for a lot of you right now. The soul star is our connection to the Akashic records, family karma, past lives, closing timelines, all right? The other color that I saw yesterday was this unbelievable electric violet. Like not just the regular violet, neon. Like that's what I'm seeing, neon colors now. It was blended in with the magenta, and then I saw the diamond and the pink codes, and they're so freaking beautiful. So electric violet is like another higher vibrational version of the violet flame, basically. So that's our crown chakra, our connection to our soul star, which is the next one up, and that can then connect us to source. So we receive codes down. They come into our stellar gateway, 12th chakra, the galactic chakra, our soul star, and then they connect to our crown, and then they start to work their way down into all of our chakras, and that's when we feel the physical symptoms, because the physical body has to incorporate all the codes, and depending on where you are in your journey, you may or may not experience symptoms, okay? The other colors that I saw yesterday were electric turquoise, so I was guided toward turquoise and magenta today. Turquoise is related to source and our abilities, but it's also related to the earth star, and I know a lot of people don't talk about that, but this is why a lot of shaman and aboriginals wear turquoise. Turquoise has been a stone that I have been attracted to since I was a child, and the turquoise ocean to do with Hawaii and the Mediterranean. Turquoise is a very powerful color, but I saw electric turquoise coming out of the mountain ranges yesterday. So we're being bombarded with that energy as well. And that's beautiful. That color frequency is actually activating the Earth star. So it's activating for many of you, if you're ready, your next level of soul mission. And that comes with abundance as well. All right. So let me just make sure. So I just want to let you all know that the event is another wave of the ascension codes, of the light codes coming in. It's connected to the equinox, and it is about new waves of cosmic light codes for your personal journey, for your twin flame journey, for you to remember more as a starseed. All of you be super proud of yourself, how far you've come, even since the solar eclipse last August. Okay, like what a game changer this has all been for all of us. Oh, the other color that came in yesterday that blew my mind, I saw like an electric orange, like a tangerine. So beautiful, and it was blended in with the magenta. So for a lot of you, including myself, we've received a lot of the upper codes. That's why I got taken offline on the weekend and I had no voice, because when our body reacts to something, we have to rest. So I was like forced, like you have to rest. You can't be speaking right now. So I could just integrate, and luckily yesterday I felt like I had more energy, so I could go out and spend time in nature. The orange for a lot of us as feminines is the integration of the codes moving down and now detoxing the lower chakras. So some of you as feminines and masculines might be experiencing some lower chakra symptoms this week, like solar plexus would be indigestion, that sort of thing, and sacral and root would be, either some hormonal issues for females, and or root chakra is about releasing fear and anxiety and terror, and also those are just the old energies that sometimes get detoxed out: anger, grief, sadness. And they just have to come up and out. So sometimes we have to feel them, express them, drink water, remember to stay hydrated, all right? So I just wanted to make sure that I got everything. We're still receiving the diamond pink codes, of course, because that's the 11th chakra, the divine feminine energy coming in for everyone. And I was just given like a color message with that. The other thing I want to share with all of you is that when I started my journey, and after I met my twin, and I was activated, and I became a Reiki master, and I opened my practice, and I started healing with like using angels and colors and crystals and all of that. I specifically started with 2 archangels. I started with Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, and that's the blue and the green rays. All the archangels have a ray that they are specifically connected to, not knowing at the time that I was a blue ray. But what I wanted to share with you is that very much the green and the blue complement each other, because the green energy is nature. It's about healing ourselves and keeping our hearts open. And the blue energy is about us speaking our truth and being at peace. And I started using the electric blue flame to do the healing and the clearing for myself, as opposed to the violet flame. But you choose whichever you wish. Lately, I've been using a balance of both. But the blue ray is very, very key for a lot of divine feminines, but specifically divine masculines. A lot of energy around the throat chakra still this week, okay? I also want to share with you, too, that a lot of us as feminines who do have a twin, you're experiencing, again, the divine masculine bleed through. Divine masculines, you're going through a lot right now. You are going through another template upheaval so your throat chakra can open. And that might be detoxing your lower chakras, which will bring up depression. It will bring up sadness. It will bring up old things to clear. Some of that as well is related to bloodlines that we agreed to clear. That's how and that's in the earth. And I just started clearing the bloodlines for my earth family a few weeks ago. I didn't realize that because the more we share, the more comes in. So the more I share and have sessions with all of you, the more comes in that I can share with you. But then I also go through my own personal journey for myself. And I didn't realize that I was needing to clear for my bloodlines, for all down my mother's side and all down my father's side. So a lot of us came in, and we've been doing this unconsciously, but now I'm doing this consciously. So a lot of that is we're being given an opportunity to clear away old emotions, to help dissolve the ego, and to help us all move forward on our journey and choose an awesome timeline, okay? Let me just make sure that I got everything that I wrote down. Sorry if I missed your comments, everyone. Everything goes by so fast, but I promise hopefully I can go back and read them in a little bit. Okay, let me just make sure. So I got the colors. I talked about the event. I talked about the 12 chakras. As they activate, we activate more of our strands of our 12 DNA. Now, if our 12 chakras are they just on? No. We still have to go through a process of, like, if you're guided to, clearing, balancing. They all have like lock and key codes on them. Like I know specifically, like I think the heart chakra has 33 levels to it. So there's many levels to some of the chakras that you go through tests and processes to ensure that you've elevated enough to allow more of your higher self to come into your physical body, and also so so your abilities can come online. If you resonate with Atlantis or Lemuria, you had your 12 chakras activated. You've been in other timelines as a starseed with your 12 chakras with your 12 chakras online. And what that means is you were a complete light being. So you had your abilities. Everyone's third eye was open. We could all see everything. But we chose to come into this reality to do it backwards. We chose to become human and ascend gradually and allow our abilities to come on gradually. Most of you do not have your third eye online fully. I as yet do not either, but my third eye is getting stronger. Like when I go outside, I see more and I am being shown more. But we're bombarded with so much all the time that we really have to focus, a lot of us, to do that. However, you all do have one gift that you chose to come in. Mine was clairaudience, and that took a long time for me to accept. But we all chose like one ability stronger than the other, and then the others would come online gradually. Reason being is there's still a lot of vibrational energy on the planet that a lot of us don't want to see yet, or it's not important for us to see. Once that is cleaned up and we're ascending gradually, every time we get to one of these gateways, it's a key gateway to ascend to a higher frequency and to remember more again of who you are and why you came. So that's what this equinox is, a game changer, because it is about raising our frequency and learning more of who we are and why we came. Okay, I'm just going to show some cards now. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm going to do a full reading, like I said, on Facebook Live, most likely tomorrow. But I just pulled some chakra messages for feminines and masculines, divine feminines and masculines, to see where everyone's at this week. So divine feminines, you're actually integrating a lot of physical light codes this week. So that means you've downloaded and activated your higher chakras, and they're coming into your physical body. So the first one that came forward is Archangel Michael and protection. This is your crown chakra. So that's that electric violet. Now, protection. So if you're not doing anything to clear your energy and bubble your energy on a daily basis, find something that works for you. That was the message that came through, okay? If you like to work with Archangel Michael, fantastic. Archangel Michael is a high frequency being who can multitask and work with many people at the same time. So just know that. If you like to use the electric violet flame or the electric blue flame, absolutely. But that's the message that was being brought forward for everyone. The pink energy, which I just talked about, this is about self-love and compassion. And I know the word patience came forward. That's probably one of the last cards I'm going to show. Be patient with yourself and others through this transit, okay? So Divine Feminine's self-love and compassion right now is so key and so important. And then finally, the root chakra came forward twice. But I love that, like, one of the cards has Mother Mary on it, which is, again, like I said, self-love and compassion. So no matter what you're releasing this week, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And the final one is, this is St. George, but this is victory. So just know you're going to be victorious with whatever is happening. When the root chakra comes forward twice, that's an extra knowing that you may be going through some emotional detoxing this week based on the root chakra calibration, okay? So just wanted to share that with you. Drink water, sea salt baths, spend time outside, hydrate, and remember your choice makers. So we all can make a choice about not wanting to experience something over and over again. You're going to start to notice patterns through these gateways of things that happen. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday I had an amazing afternoon in nature. I went to go get something at the grocery store right afterwards, and I immediately felt this wave of deep sadness come over me, and I had no idea where it came from. So I had to do a little bit of work of shifting it, and it took a little while. And what I experienced and what for my personal journey was, it was coming from the Divine Masculine. So it was coming from the collective Divine Masculine recalibrating, because we have all the templates within us. It was also coming from my twin flame. He's going through some stuff as well. And I'm going through some stuff, like we all are. I've gone through a huge shift in my reality as well. So, you know, I wasn't angry. I just was curious about where this came from, because it just sort of flew at me out of nowhere. So I did some more clearing for my energy field, for my family, and released some of those old emotions, okay? So I just wanted to give you an example. When I share the work that I do, it's everything I go through first, and then I share it with all of you as well. For the masculines, the main message that came through is Soul Star. The first card is Liberation, and I believe this one came forward before a meditation. So the Soul Star is the magenta ray. The Soul Star is related to our belief systems, our Akashic records, our family, past lives, karma. So masculines are going through, you're all going through as masculines, divine masculines, you're going through a lot of releasing old belief systems, people, places, things, karma, karmic partners, karmic situations. You're liberating yourself, and you're going to be given choices to liberate yourself. It becomes so obvious when we need to close doors and let go of people, places, things. And that's what's going on with the masculines in our reality right now. Meditation for everyone right now is a super way to be calm and handle whatever comes your way, and whatever form of meditation works for you, okay? The throat chakra came forward again for masculines. And I know, like I've been sharing that as well, this is about truth, about speaking our truth, being in our truth, being shown the truth. So veils being removed from the third eye so we can see the truth of a situation. So that's going on for you masculines. Emerald green, heart chakra, and there's that pink lotus flower. So lots of heart healing and expansion for masculines this week. And the little pink lotus flower is the self-love. So self-love mastery is so key for all of us on our journey right now. As divine feminines, we've all been working on this for quite a while. Some of you as masculines are just going to find out that you need to start choosing yourself, and you've been handing over your power and your energy to everyone in your reality, and you need to pull back and start taking care of your physical vehicle. And we have to say no on this journey a lot, okay? So that's, and then the final message for the masculines is the sacral, and it says surrender. So the sacral chakra is the elevation to the heart. So the old masculine template was, and this isn't, we all have this within us, but the old masculine template and female template, but specifically the masculine template, was based in the lower chakras. So there's going to be another wave of divine masculines waking up to your next level of consciousness, lining up to your heart chakra and releasing from your sacral, okay? So the two key messages that keep coming to me over and over again for us to stay in our happy place. First off, just get into gratitude with wherever you're at right now. Like, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food and water? You know, focus on what is going well in your reality, in your life. Get right into gratitude. And then if something isn't flowing, if the door isn't opening, surrender, okay? Surrender the whole situation, and then the answer will come. Some masculines, you have some choices to make. Absolutely, as do feminines. But I want to let you all know that it's going to become very clear. And again, we're choosing our timeline going into the Equinox Gateway. We're choosing our reality. We're setting our intentions and our manifestations about what we want moving forward. The final card, because I've got lots of messages to show, but I'll just show this last one. I shared this today, Archangel Michael, and patience, okay? So this is for all of us. Patience for yourself, for your journey, for if you're on a twin flame journey, patience for that unfolding as well. I feel that maybe with some divine feminines, that's what's going to be dissolved out of the root chakra is impatience, maybe if there's some anger or discord around that, or not believing it's going to happen, or still angry at that person, recognize it for what it is. It's an old program. Release it and be patient with yourself in the process. But for all of you, just be patient with your journey at this time, okay? As a collective, we are all choosing, again, another timeline. And let's just keep choosing an awesome one, okay? For any of you who would like to book a session or reading, everything is still half off. I was guided to just leave my specials on for this week, so check it out. That includes the Akashic healing. There's sessions with the dragons and the unicorns. There's Earth Star sessions with abundance. There's Soul Star sessions to do with clearing your family karma. All sorts of amazing things, so check that out. That's for Twin Flame, Starseeds, Lightworkers. I would love to work with you. And I'm trying to read... Sorry, whoever wrote me a message, I don't think I can go down. Let me just see. Oh, I can. Okay, good. It's Jen. Okay, so, okay, Jen is just sharing about the timelines. Yeah, so as, I didn't realize about the timeline split to such a degree. I knew it was happening, but, looking back on it, the timeline split that happened in August 2017 was a huge one. And Dolores Cannon, she was one of my mentors. I didn't read her books, but I did listen to her lecture and her videos. She started talking about, the new earth and how we were going to start splitting timelines going forward. It became very obvious last August. It's going to start becoming more obvious because all of our collective memories you're going to go, well, wait a minute, I thought that already happened, or that was different. There's going to be more things, as we unplug from the matrix, there's going to be more things that are not as clear. Or we're going to notice a glitch in things that are not going the way we thought that they would be going. So stay in your hearts, everyone. Choose happiness, choose joy. It is a 24/7 operation just for you to take care of you and learn how to love you and be happy. Remember, you have a soul mission. Remember, you have gifts to bring forward. Remember that you are loved by Source in the universe. It is not an easy journey, and I know it's been very, very difficult for a lot of you, especially Twin Flames and Starseeds, because these gateways will bring up abandonment and loss. And I just went through a big loss in my own personal reality, and that brought it all up again. So there's a lot of really deep layers in our cells, in our DNA, in our programming, where things come up in our reality to release them. But looking back on it, you can see why. So just remember, you have multiple chakras that are activating multiple strands of DNA, and you have multiple realities to choose. So choose an awesome reality, just set your intention. If you need help with that, if you need help to know more about timelines in your reality and what your choices are, get in touch as well, and we will connect for a session or a reading, okay? Lots of love and aloha to all of you. I'm going to go. I promise to be back on live soon. Love you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Take care.